Yes, it is permissible to use any Class 2 cable with a listed Class 2 source, like a low-voltage lighting transformer. Class 2 cables are specifically engineered for use with Class 2 power sources, which are inherently limited in both their voltage and current output. This design makes them suitable for various low-voltage applications, including low-voltage lighting. Using Class 2 in-wall speaker cable to power low-voltage strip lighting is a common and acceptable practice. Class 2 speaker cable is designed to function with Class 2 power sources and is deemed appropriate for low-voltage lighting setups. Opting for Class 2 cable over Romex or other Class 3 methods can result in time, cost, and effort savings. Class 2 cable generally has a lower price point compared to Romex and offers easier handling. Furthermore, Class 2 cable eliminates the necessity for conduit, which further reduces both time and material expenses. When working with Class 2 cable, there are several essential considerations to bear in mind. Firstly, ensure that the cable size is appropriately matched to the application. The cable should have the capacity to manage the current draw of the connected lighting fixtures. Secondly, it's crucial to select a cable that is listed for the specific purpose. Class 2 cables come in various types, so select the one best suited for your needs. Thirdly, adhere to the manufacturer's installation guidelines meticulously. Doing so guarantees the cable's safety and proper functionality. By following these recommendations, you can effectively and safely utilize Class 2 cable for powering low-voltage strip lighting. To elaborate further on the technical aspects, it is important to understand what defines a Class 2 circuit. Class 2 circuits, as defined by the National Electrical Code, are power-limited circuits. This limitation is achieved through the power source, which is designed to provide a voltage and current that are below specific thresholds deemed safe to prevent electrical shock and fire hazards. These thresholds are meticulously determined to ensure that even under fault conditions, the energy delivered to the circuit is limited. The design of Class 2 power sources often involves the use of transformers, power supplies, or a combination of both that incorporate features like overcurrent protection and voltage regulation to maintain the output within safe limits. These power sources are listed and labeled, signifying that they have undergone rigorous testing and certification by independent testing laboratories to verify their compliance with safety standards. When selecting a Class 2 cable, it is important to consider the cable's ampacity, which is the maximum amount of electrical current the cable can safely carry. The ampacity of the cable should be equal to or greater than the load it will be supplying. The load is the total current draw of all the lighting fixtures connected to the cable. To determine the load, add up the wattage of each fixture and divide by the voltage of the circuit. For example, if you have 10 fixtures each drawing 10 watts on a 12-volt circuit, the total load is 100 watts divided by 12 volts, which equals 8.33 amps. Therefore, you would need to select a Class 2 cable with an ampacity of at least 8.33 amps. The ampacity of a cable is determined by several factors, including the wire gauge, the insulation type, and the ambient temperature. Wire gauge refers to the physical size of the conductor. Larger gauge wires have lower resistance and can therefore carry more current without overheating. The insulation type also affects the ampacity of a cable. Some insulation materials are better at dissipating heat than others. The ambient temperature also plays a role in determining ampacity. At higher temperatures, the cable's ampacity will be reduced. Class 2 cables are typically rated for use in dry locations, but some are also rated for use in wet locations. If you are installing the cable in a wet location, be sure to select a cable that is specifically rated for that purpose. When installing Class 2 cable, it is important to follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully. These instructions will provide guidance on how to properly terminate the cable, how to support it, and how to protect it from physical damage. One of the key advantages of using Class 2 cable is that it does not require conduit. Conduit is a rigid or flexible tube that is used to protect electrical wiring. Because Class 2 circuits are power limited, the risk of electrical shock and fire is reduced, and therefore conduit is not required. This can save time and money on installation. However, it is still important to protect the cable from physical damage. This can be done by routing the cable in a location where it is not likely to be damaged, such as behind walls or above ceilings. You can also use cable ties or staples to secure the cable and prevent it from rubbing against sharp edges. When connecting Class 2 cable to lighting fixtures, be sure to use listed connectors that are specifically designed for use with low voltage wiring. These connectors will provide a secure and reliable connection that will prevent the wires from coming loose. It is also important to observe polarity when connecting the wires. Polarity refers to the positive and negative terminals of the circuit. Connecting the wires with the wrong polarity can damage the lighting fixtures. Class 2 transformers typically have color-coded wires to indicate polarity. The positive wire is usually red, and the negative wire is usually black. When working with electrical wiring, it is always important to take safety precautions. Be sure to turn off the power to the circuit before working on any wiring. Use insulated tools to prevent electrical shock. And wear safety glasses to protect your eyes from debris. In addition to the points already discussed, let's explore further considerations for Class 2 cable applications, focusing on relevant NEC regulations and best practices. Article 725.1 of the NEC covers Class 2 and Class 3 remote control, signaling, and power-limited circuits. This article provides detailed requirements for the installation of Class 2 and Class 3 wiring. It is crucial to consult Article 725.1 of the NEC for specific requirements related to your installation. One important aspect of Class 2 wiring is the separation from other wiring systems. Section 725.55(1) of the NEC requires that Class 2 circuits be separated from power circuits. This separation is intended to prevent the higher voltage power circuits from inducing voltages into the Class 2 circuits, which could create a safety hazard. This separation can be achieved by maintaining a physical separation between the circuits or by using a barrier to separate the circuits. Another important consideration is the type of cable used for Class 2 circuits. The NEC specifies different types of cables that are permitted for use in Class 2 circuits, depending on the application. For example, CL2 cable is a general-purpose Class 2 cable that is permitted for use in dry locations. CL2R cable is a Class 2 cable that is riser-rated, meaning that it is permitted for use in vertical runs in buildings. CL2P cable is a Class 2 cable that is plenum-rated, meaning that it is permitted for use in plenums, which are spaces in buildings that are used for air handling. When selecting a cable for your Class 2 circuit, be sure to choose a cable that is listed for the intended use and that meets the requirements of the NEC. In addition to the NEC requirements, it is also important to follow the manufacturer's instructions for the installation of Class 2 wiring. The manufacturer's instructions will provide guidance on how to properly terminate the cable, how to support it, and how to protect it from physical damage. It is also important to consider the environmental conditions in which the Class 2 wiring will be installed. If the wiring will be exposed to moisture, chemicals, or other harsh conditions, be sure to select a cable that is rated for those conditions. When installing Class 2 wiring, it is important to use proper wiring methods. Wiring methods refer to the techniques and materials used to install electrical wiring. The NEC specifies different wiring methods that are permitted for use in different applications. For example, some wiring methods require the use of conduit, while others do not. When selecting a wiring method for your Class 2 circuit, be sure to choose a method that is permitted by the NEC and that is appropriate for the application. Grounding is another important aspect of electrical safety. Grounding refers to the connection of electrical equipment to the earth. Grounding provides a path for fault current to flow back to the source, which helps to protect people from electrical shock. Class 2 circuits are typically not required to be grounded. However, there may be some situations where grounding is required, such as when the Class 2 circuit is connected to a metal enclosure. When grounding a Class 2 circuit, be sure to follow the requirements of the NEC. Overcurrent protection is another important aspect of electrical safety. Overcurrent protection refers to the use of fuses or circuit breakers to protect electrical circuits from overloads and short circuits. Class 2 circuits are required to be protected by overcurrent devices. The size of the overcurrent device should be selected based on the ampacity of the cable. When selecting an overcurrent device for your Class 2 circuit, be sure to follow the requirements of the NEC. Finally, it is important to remember that electrical work can be dangerous. If you are not comfortable working with electrical wiring, it is best to hire a qualified electrician. A qualified electrician will have the knowledge and experience to safely install Class 2 wiring. The use of Class 2 cables offers several advantages when implemented correctly in low-voltage lighting systems. Its power-limited nature makes it inherently safer, reducing the risks associated with electrical shock and fire hazards. The cost-effectiveness and ease of installation compared to traditional wiring methods like Romex are also significant benefits. However, it is paramount to adhere to all relevant codes, standards, and manufacturer's instructions to ensure a safe and compliant installation. Correctly sizing the cable based on the load requirements, selecting the appropriate cable type for the environment, and employing proper wiring methods are all crucial steps in the process. By carefully considering these factors and seeking professional guidance when needed, you can leverage the benefits of Class 2 wiring while maintaining the highest levels of safety and performance in your low-voltage lighting systems. Remember to always prioritize safety and consult the latest edition of the NEC for the most up-to-date requirements and regulations. The NEC provides a comprehensive set of guidelines for electrical installations, and it is essential to stay informed about these guidelines to ensure a safe and compliant electrical system. The information presented here is for general guidance only and should not be considered a substitute for professional advice. Always consult with a qualified electrician or electrical engineer before undertaking any electrical work. Improper electrical work can be dangerous and can lead to serious injury or property damage. Safety should always be the top priority when working with electricity. Firstly, always turn off the power to the circuit before working on any wiring. Secondly, use insulated tools to prevent electrical shock. Thirdly, wear safety glasses to protect your eyes from debris. Fourthly, never work on electrical wiring in wet conditions. Fifthly, if you are not comfortable working with electrical wiring, hire a qualified electrician. The electrical work can be dangerous, but by following these safety precautions, you can minimize the risk of injury. Understanding Class 2 circuits requires understanding power limitations. A Class 2 power supply limits both voltage and current. The specific voltage and current limits are defined in the NEC. These limits are designed to prevent electrical shock and fire hazards. Class 2 power supplies are typically used to power low-voltage devices such as lighting, doorbells, and thermostats. The NEC specifies the types of wiring methods that are permitted for use with Class 2 circuits. The wiring methods must be suitable for the voltage and current levels of the Class 2 circuit. The wiring methods must also be protected from physical damage. The NEC also specifies the overcurrent protection requirements for Class 2 circuits. Overcurrent protection devices, such as fuses and circuit breakers, are used to protect the Class 2 circuit from overloads and short circuits. The overcurrent protection device must be sized appropriately for the ampacity of the wiring. When installing Class 2 circuits, it is important to follow all applicable codes and standards. These codes and standards are designed to ensure the safety of the electrical installation. Class 2 transformers are designed to provide a safe and reliable source of power for low-voltage applications. These transformers limit the output voltage and current to safe levels, reducing the risk of electrical shock and fire. Class 2 transformers are typically used to power low-voltage lighting control circuits and other low-power devices. When selecting a Class 2 transformer, it is important to consider the voltage and current requirements of the load. The transformer must be able to supply the required voltage and current without exceeding its rated capacity. It is also important to consider the ambient temperature in which the transformer will be installed. The transformer's output capacity decreases as the ambient temperature increases. Class 2 transformers are typically listed by Underwriters Laboratories, or another independent testing laboratory. This listing indicates that the transformer has been tested and found to comply with applicable safety standards. When installing a Class 2 transformer, it is important to follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully. These instructions will provide guidance on how to properly mount the transformer, connect the wiring, and protect the transformer from physical damage. The use of Class 2 transformers is an important part of ensuring the safety of low-voltage electrical systems. By following the manufacturer's instructions and all applicable codes and standards, you can safely and reliably power your low-voltage devices. The choice between Class 2 cable and other wiring methods depends on the specific application and the requirements of the electrical code. Class 2 cable is a good choice for low-voltage, power-limited circuits, such as those used for lighting control and signaling. However, it is not suitable for higher voltage or higher current circuits. Other wiring methods, such as Romex, conduit, and armored cable, are more appropriate for these types of circuits. Romex, or non-metallic sheath cable, is a common type of wiring used for residential wiring. It consists of 2 or more insulated conductors enclosed in a non-metallic sheath. Romex is relatively easy to install and is less expensive than other wiring methods. However, it is not as durable as other wiring methods and is not suitable for use in wet locations. Conduit is a rigid or flexible tube used to protect electrical wiring. Conduit can be made of metal or plastic. Metal conduit provides excellent protection from physical damage and is suitable for use in wet locations. Plastic conduit is less expensive than metal conduit but is not as durable. Armored cable, or AC, is a type of wiring that consists of insulated conductors enclosed in a flexible metal sheath. Armored cable provides good protection from physical damage and is suitable for use in dry locations. The choice of wiring method should be based on the specific requirements of the application and the applicable electrical codes. It is important to consult with a qualified electrician to determine the best wiring method for your needs.